Hey, I'm John, and this is What Had Happened Was. You might see me walking on a cruise ship, or sitting on the couch with Joey, or setting up a camera just trying to figure out this whole content thing out. Sometimes I'm at the Pentagon. Sometimes I'm just dreaming about what comes next. Because life isn't just one thing. It's career and creativity. It's responsibility and freedom. It's planning for retirement while still building something new. Around here, we talk about all of it, the transitions, the pivots, the lessons you only learn by living. This channel is not about perfection, it's about perspective. It's about documenting the middle while designing the next chapter on purpose. So whether you're in your pre-retirement era, your reinvention era, or your what am I even doing era, you're in the right place. Welcome to What Had Happened Was.
I've been feeling overwhelmed lately. Not because something bad happened, not because I'm in crisis. Actually, the opposite. On paper, things are stable. Retirement is on track. Income is solid. Life is structured. So why does my brain feel like it's running a marathon? I think I'm stuck in what they call the paradox of choice. When you have too many options, too many ideas, too many directions, instead of feeling free, you feel frozen. And lately, that's exactly how I've felt. I have ideas constantly. Apps I could build, channels I could launch, systems I could refine, projects I could optimize, ways to make money, ways to help people, ways to level up. And every time I open my laptop, it's like possibility explodes in front of me, but possibility without constraint becomes noise, and noise turns into overwhelm. I'll give you an example. The other day, I built an app in minutes using AI. Minutes. That part felt amazing, creative, efficient, capable. But then came deployment, hosting, domains, integrations. Suddenly, the simple idea required an entirely new skill set. And instead of momentum, I felt friction. Not because I couldn't learn it, but because I realized I could keep learning forever. There is always another layer, another tool, another optimization, and I started asking myself something uncomfortable. Just because I can, does that mean I should? I did something similar with the military
Politics.
Time, energy, money into building it, experimenting, trying to make it work. And eventually I realized it wasn't mine. It wasn't that it was bad. It just wasn't me. And here's the strange part. None of these experiments are failures. They're proof that I'm capable. But capability without filtering becomes chaos. And I think that's what's happening. We live in a world that constantly tells us to optimize, wake up earlier, journal more, build 5 income streams, post daily, track metrics, scale faster. There's an entire productivity culture that makes you feel behind if you're not constantly accelerating, but I don't need to accelerate. I've already built stability. I'm not trying to escape a 9 to 5. I'm not trying to survive. I'm trying to align. And that's a very different goal. I don't want to optimize my mornings. I want to optimize my peace, but here's the paradox. When I slow down, my brain doesn't always slow down with me. In fact, sometimes the more introverted I become, the more the ideas amplify. It's like when external noise drops, internal noise gets louder. And I think some of that might be ADHD, or maybe it's just being a curious person in a world with infinite inputs. Either way, it creates this strange tension, calm on the outside, restless on the inside. So instead of adding more structure, I'm trying something different. I'm subtracting. Fewer commitments, fewer projects at once, fewer tools open on my laptop, fewer tabs, fewer shoulds. I've stopped forcing early wake-ups. I sleep when I want to sleep. I don't rush my mornings anymore. And honestly, my days feel better. But after work, I sometimes just sit there. Not because I'm lazy, but because I'm deciding, out of all the things I could do, which one actually matters. And that's where the paralysis shows up. It's not lack of motivation. It's too many directions. And I think a lot of capable people deal with this quietly. When you're competent, the world hands you more opportunities, more ideas, more responsibilities, more paths, but no one teaches you how to filter them. So here's what I'm experimenting with right now. Instead of chasing momentum, I'm chasing clarity. Instead of asking, what can I build? I'm asking, what feels aligned? instead of measuring output, I'm measuring energy. What gives me energy? What drains it? What feels sustainable for 4 years, not 4 weeks? Because I don't need a sprint. I'm building toward retirement, toward long-term stability, toward a life that doesn't require constant urgency. And that's another reason YouTube feels different to me. I'm not doing this for hustle. I'm not trying to go viral. I'm not trying to dominate a niche. I want community. I don't put myself out there much in person. I'm pretty introverted. I don't go to a ton of social events, but I do want connection. I want thoughtful conversations. I want to talk to people who also feel capable and overwhelmed at the same time. People who don't want to win the internet, they just want to understand themselves better. And maybe that's what this channel actually is. Not a niche, not a brand strategy, just a place to think out loud, a place to say, here's what had happened, and here's what I'm learning. If you're feeling this too, the restlessness, the overload of ideas, the paradox of too much choice, I'm curious. How are you filtering? What helps you decide? Have you found a way to simplify without shrinking your ambition? Because I don't want to shrink, I just want to focus. I don't want less capability, I want better direction. And maybe the answer isn't adding more discipline. Maybe it's adding more constraint, choosing one lane at a time, letting ideas breathe instead of executing all of them immediately, trusting that not every idea needs to become a project. So that's where my headspace is right now. Stable, grateful, capable, and slightly overwhelmed. But instead of reacting, I'm observing. Instead of forcing, I'm aligning. And I'm figuring it out loud. If that resonates with you, stick around. Because I think this season of life isn't about more, it's about clearer. And I'm curious where that leads.